Hi class, it's Mrs. Perrone. We're on page 48 of your shiny math book. We're still talking about multiplying rational numbers. This time we have a word problem to consider, and here it is. Alicia, Emma, and Nick dive into an extremely deep pool. Alicia dives to a position of negative 9/4 yards relative to the surface of the water. Emma dives to a position twice as deep as Alicia. Nick dives to a position 2/3 as deep as Alicia. What are Emma's and Nick's positions relative to the surface of the water? Okay, so I see that we have this little phrase here that shows up twice. It says the first time, Alicia dives to a position of negative 9/4 yards relative to the surface of the water. That's a fancy way of saying she dives negative 9/4 yards below the surface. So when they ask here, what are the other people's positions relative to the surface of the water? They just want to know how far below the water are they. So let's see, we have 9/4 yards. That's how deep Alicia's dive is. And Emma is twice that deep, and then Nick is 2/3 as deep as Alicia. So it's almost impossible to answer this question without some sort of a visual, which is the number line here. So we have a number line here, and I know that this first fraction was presented to you in fourths. So this little number line here goes in fourths. So it goes from 0, negative 1/4, negative 2/4, negative 3/4, negative 4/4, which is -1. And it continues, basically each one of these little tick marks is going down by 1/4. So Alicia's position here is negative 9/4. That's where we start with. Emma's position is twice as deep as that. So Emma's dive is going to be twice Alicia's dive, which would put her down here. And then Nick's dive is going to be 2/3 as deep as Alicia. So Nick, whatever he does, is going to be 2/3 of what Alicia does. And so they took Alicia's dive, they split it into 3 parts, and he dives 2/3 as deep as she does. So he's going to be right there. So that's called picturing it. We can picture it with a number line. We're going to crunch some numbers on the next page, but that's one way to picture it. And we can also model it with some numbers. So Alicia's position was negative 9/4 yards, or 9/4 yards below the surface of the water. So Emma's position is twice as deep as Alicia, and when something is twice as much as something else, we multiply by 2. So her position is going to be 2 times negative 9/4 yards. And Nick's position is going to be 2/3 as deep as Alicia's position, and when something is 2/3 of something, it's 2/3 times that amount. So we can find Nick's position by doing 2/3 times Alicia's position. The mystery word for this video is turkey. And we're going to end there for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Flip to the next page, and I'll see you in class.